welcome back. So that lobster scene in Invincible season 4 episode 6 might just seem like a random slightly weird joke at first, but it's actually doing a lot of quiet setup for Oliver's future, and it's kind of genius how subtle it is. On the surface it plays like an awkward talk between Nolan and Oliver. Instead of a typical teenage crush, Oliver admits he felt something when he saw a blue lobster in a tank. It's funny, a little uncomfortable, and very on brand for Invincible's offbeat humor. But underneath that, the scene is really about identity. Oliver isn't fully human. He looks human now, sure, but he's half Thraxan, and that matters more than ever as he grows older. That lobster moment is the show's way of reminding you that biologically and emotionally he is different. What he's attracted to, and how he sees the world, even when where he feels like he belongs. None of it fully lines up with her, and that's the key point. Because while Mark struggles with being half Viltrumite, he still feels human. Oliver doesn't, not really, and this episode makes that disconnect very clear. When he talks about not fitting it, it's not just about teenage angst, it's a genuine identity crisis. That small joke is basically foreshadowing a much bigger shift in this character. If the show follows the comics even loosely, Oliver eventually distances himself from Earth entirely. He doesn't see it as his home the way Mark does, and that difference in perspective becomes huge during the Viltrumite War, where Mark fights to protect Earth. Oliver is far more pragmatic, even willing to sacrifice human if it means stopping the Viltrumite. And that mindset starts right there. The lobster scene is the first hint that Oliver's emotional compass is different. He is not attached to humanity and is more to embracing his alien side. That eventually leads him to leave Earth and fully integrate with the coalition of planets. And yeah, it also sets up something even wilder. Oliver literally ends up forming relationship with alien species that are much closer to his Thraxan biology. So that crush on a lobster moment, it's not just a gag, it's an early groundwork for where his personal life is headed to. What makes this scene so effective is how casually it's presented. It doesn't scream important foreshadowing, it just sits there as a slightly bizarre character moment until you realize it's actually defining who Oliver is becoming. So while the episode focuses heavily on Nolan and Oliver bonding, this moment quietly tells you something bigger. Mark is still fighting for Earth, Oliver might not be. Thank you for watching. Bye.